Так, ну чё, вроде все нормально. Что-то у нас, да, слетел стримчик прям среди ночи. Как-то все это странно. Надеюсь, сейчас все будет в порядке. Так, вот здесь он слетел. Так, мы идем к Харкину, чтобы нам спасти там это.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Ну, вообще-то мы уже слышали это про синдикат. Так, вот. Доставьте партию оружия Челику. Челик. Прикольное имя. Челик, здорово.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. As for Jenna, I'll make sure we get her out of Core's den immediately. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
О, герой плюс 8, отлично. Так, ну-ка. В системе. Так. Разрешите спор. Кстати, надо уже пробовать это задание, может получится. И доктор Мишель тоже. Чего, снаряжение? Бронебойные взять. Так, еще раз, куда пойдем? Доктор Мишель и проповедник президиуме. Давай попробуем. Давай еще раз попробуем здесь, короче. Подожди. Че, серьезно? Странное сообщение. А может уже пойти это сдать? Ладно.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Давай-ка здесь срежем. И сразу попадем в нужное нам место. Че, попробуем?
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes? But I was told
Things have changed, Marlon.
Changed, but
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secrets.
Да блин, да что ж такое-то?
Maybe we can find a way to...
Only if you're with...
Все не то. Чего же не хватает-то все время? Так. Мы сейчас куда попадем?
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Сейчас с Ханаром попробуем разрулить. Если не получится, то идем получать спектра. Так.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman
Что-то уже
Niroi Bhatia.
повторяется.
A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After...
Мы это все слушали уже. Сейчас попробуем с Ханаром разрулить. Если с ним не получится, то это уже странно будет. Пойдем туда в СБЦ. Ой, фу, в СБЦ. В посольство получать спектра.
Any progress with that Hanar?
I think you...
Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every
не
other
могу.
species understands and obeys the laws.
I'll be back.
I don't care what you... Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry,
I
I'll
don't
let you
care
know.
what the something is, as long as...
Видишь, не хватает героя мне еще, чтобы это...
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor
Тоже
cast
слышали.
members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt...
Все, получаем спектра и валим. Нам еще прокачиваться. Может, кстати, после того, как мы получим спектр, у нас сразу и герой увеличится. Точно, в натуре. И мы сможем выполнить эти дурацкие задания. Да, да. Надо было давно уже так сделать. Ну-ка.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Получено у Кварианки.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren.
Benezia.
Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
Где-то их почитается.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
You sure yes?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
Никуда исчезли, почему они исчезли? Пожатие, реально?
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
Я видел.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull.
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Вперед. Сделали спектром наконец-таки. О, люди. И другие существа.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Как для вас, так и для вашей расы. Спасибо.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Бонус спектра. Открыть навык обучения спектров. Ну-ка. Еще и уровень. Журнал. Разоблачить Сарана. Поговорите с послом. Просто можно... Ага. Так. Отряд. Обучение аспектов. Что дает? Увеличить урон и длительность всех умений навыков. Увеличивает здоровье на 5, увеличить максимальную точность на 2. А это что? Единственное. Оживляет погибших членов отряда с 30% здоровья и 50% щитом. О, это, кстати, хорошая вещь. За счет панацелина. Не придется подбегать к ним лично. 50% счетов. 40%, 75%, с 50% до 100% счетов. Прикольно. Так. Боевая подготовка. Пистолет, дробовики. Тактическая броня. Пока мне это не нужно. Деформацию вы прокачаете. А, во. О, теперь все получится. Уровень обаяния на 8. В диалогах появляются новые варианты ответов. Скидка 5%. Класс. А это-то что прокачалась сама? Я бы вот эту хрень не стал бы прокачивать. Устрашение. Скидка. Выручка. Так. Дробовик, конечно, крутая вещь. Вообще надо боевую подготовку тоже качать. Классная же вещь. 120. 90, полторы минуты. 45 секунд. Охренеть. Давай информацию прокачаем. Что делать? Да, пусть раскачивается. А, так все, электроника, дешифровка не раскачана полностью. Так, ну что. Теперь мы спектр. Ну-ка, с тобой мы так и не можем с Кахоку поговорить.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
Так.
I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Вот, видишь, сразу столько. Пропавшие пехотинцы. Спарта система. Это в космосе. Так. Тауэр Артемида, найти разведгруппу. Ну вот, еще дополнительное задание получили.
Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find it. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Так, отличненько.
No, I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested an audience.
Ты еще тут ходишь. Странно. Ну, смотри, он даже не отмечен на карте. Что такое?
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. That usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
На корабль. Герой... А, отлично. Так, журнал. Каперы про систему отваги. Ну, сколько заданий сразу появилось.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Так, а что в журнале там? Так, чё, пойдем разрулим уже наконец-таки. Скандал с Ханаром. Сейчас уж точно должно все нормально быть. Надеюсь на это.
Any progress with that Hanar?
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
Has anyone actually complained about this Hanar?
Not yet, but any good CSEC officer removes problems before they create a public nuisance.
You've explained the law. If the Hanar gets in trouble, it has nobody to blame but itself.
I suppose I can tell my superior that I attempted a diplomatic solution. Some other CSEC officer can arrest the Hanar. It's no longer my problem. Thank you for your assistance.
Во, и герой плюс 8 сразу. Правильно сообщить Ханару Президент, что офицер больше не будет доставлять ему беспокойство. Так, а куда нам надо? Подожди. Это инвентарь. О, буква У.
The officer has left, and this one is free to share the glory of the Enkindlers. This one offers its appreciation.
Happy to help.
This one has little money, but it can offer this.
Кое-что.
Now finally, this one can continue sharing the truth unimpeded.
А что ты мне
Let
предложил?
all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers, who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light.
Дали свет.
Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence, the Enkindlers gave the gift of speech. This very station is the work of the Enkindlers, their gift to all their children.
Да нет, не они. Так, и опять нам надо, короче, это... Есть что интересное? Обижать всю станцию, короче, надо нам. Последний раз, надеюсь. О, кстати, да. Мы можем сейчас кое-кого растрясти на информацию, раз мы уже теперь спектр.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Ну-ка. Кстати.
My first CSEC posting was here on the Presidium. Mostly for show, not much crime up here.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other.
It never gets dark here. They keep the artificial sunlight on at all times.
They built a lake on a space station. I can't even imagine the resources needed to maintain it.
The ambassadors have this beautiful park to relax in, but most of them are too busy to ever use it.
My people used to have an embassy here. But after we created the Geth, we were no longer welcome.
Было посольство просто. У дворянцев тоже.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do everything I can to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. You humans are eager to take all the power. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to.
The Council treats us like
Good.
second class.
Then I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any order, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. Spectres walk a slippery slope, Commander. Operate outside.
You expect us to believe none of your officers
There are
are
over
corrupt.
200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that.
I agree. But Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, is that the kind of
Absolutely.
person?
Нет!
Accomplishing the task.
If the cure is worse than the disease, what's the point? They're the right hand of the... More like the underhanded side of the Council. Especially when it's left up to each... Spectres
You
walk.
expect us...
We do our best to find and punish... Is that the kind of...
Да ёп! Опять туда же! Почему такая хрень?
More like the underhanded side of the Council. especially when it's left up to each individual.
Sometimes, yeah.
Spectres.
You expect...
We do our best to find...
The galaxy needs...
Saren's out of... Is that the kind of person this galaxy...
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. I hope that's something you'll take to heart, Shepard.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary... We're a civilian government agency, though many of our... And unlike the Spectres, we work within the bounds of the law.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to
I've been with... Spectres walk a slippery
You
slope.
expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt.
There are over 200,000. We do our best to find and punish any officer who...
The galaxy needs people
I
like
agree. Saren's out of... Is that the kind of person this galaxy...
But not all Spectres are
True.
like Saren.
I hope that's something you'll take to heart, Shepard. Goodbye, Commander.
Кстати, что-то там про расследование была раньше эта штучка, а теперь ее нету. Странно это все.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you some information, mostly? Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What is Sha'ira's?
Most of the diplomats. She's a very powerful woman. But also, well, Cora's den, on the other hand... So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Так, здесь ничего нового. Опа, никого нету, странно.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other.
Чё, вы там меня поздравите?
Surprised welcome. You have returned, human. Genuine inquiry.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
The Earth-clad Spectre has returned to speak with me.
Посольство. После посол.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth-clan.
Подметил, что я уже спектр. Так. Надо президиум обойти весь. Хотя в СБЦ с другой стороны надо, да? Кэперы. Что у меня по деньгам? 7369, но это еще мало.
Hello again, Commander.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
The Krogan rebelled against the Council, yet they have a statue on the Citadel. And we Quarians still live as outcasts.
Так. О!
Got a moment, Spectre?
Елена Блейк. Вот, пожалуйста, новое задание.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
Деловое предложение.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
Huh.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Очередное... О, отступник 2, какого хера? Ну-ка.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know
They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the...
What kind of...
Their partnership's sour. I have excellent legal represent... I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who...
What do you...
Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner. They're red sand dealers who make... They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Find someone else to do your dirty work. I want no part of a gang war.
Here are the coordinates, nonetheless. What you do with them is your decision. Could you really let these men live? knowing that you can stop them. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Все равно координаты давай. О, герой плюс 8, пожалуйста. И без всяких отступников. Бандитские войны. Избавьтесь от криминальных лидеров. Отлично. Ты отреагируешь, то, что я стал?
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
Личный, серый посредник. Стадерна, мы все знаем.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
The Protheans obviously understood the aesthetic value of the mass relays, something we Quarians have learned to appreciate during our wanderings.
It never gets dark here. They keep the artificial sunlight on at all times.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Так, что, пойдем туда?
Where there was only darkness, the enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence,
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Опа. Наводка пробиотиков. Кого-то украли, значит.
Love to see what the Normandy can do in a fight.
How so? The Normandy is built for stealth, not combat.
But the stealth drive adds a new tactical level to space combat as we know it. Surprise attacks, undetected flanking maneuvers.
If it comes to a fight, I'd prefer a flotilla ship. It's easier to trust what you've worked on yourself.
Где моя пицца? Ну-ка. Сейчас, секунду. Так, это во сколько было? В 2:09. Уже на час почти опаздывает.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have changed, Moorland.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moorland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on! I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Never see any keepers in this club. I guess they don't care what happens here. That or the music keeps them away.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
And yet, you seem less than pleased.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
a bad place, but it's just not the same as back home. Drinks aren't bad, but good luck finding a beer here. Having fun? Hey, good to see another human.
Place is busier than usual.
Hey there, welcome to Flux. I'll be right over. Take a seat, someone will be with you soon.
On me.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
We should follow up with Captain Anderson.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
336 тысяч, вроде дешевле стал. Все равно это много. Скелет зимой. Так, хорошо, ну скидка есть, уже хорошо. Так. Я вот что думаю. позвонить. Походу мне бесплатно пицца обеспечена. Алло. Угу. Да. Напротив детской площадки. Вы у синего дома уже, да? С торца. Сейчас выйду. Выйду к вам. А вот и пицца приехала. Сейчас приду заберу. Так, небольшой перерыв, перекус на пиццу. Только я хотел уже звонить, и раз приехали за ней. С ней, точнее. Так что перерыв. Компот, короче, как в школьной столовой. В этом вот, видишь ты. Взял попробовать компота и знал. Небольшой перерыв на пиццу. Сейчас скоро вернусь. Так, все, пожрал, наелся. Можно продолжать. Так. У этого мы получили скидку. Так, здесь нам делать нечего. Так, спектром мы стали. Так, ты мне что-нибудь скажешь?
Hey, Commander Shepard. Good to see you again. Anything you need?
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other C-Sec guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. See you around, Commander.
Поговорить с адмиралом о каком-то там типе одном.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the...
Так, это мы уже слышали. Что тут у нас? Говорят, у интенданта обновилось барахло. Теперь аж спектр. Так, здесь никого нового нету. Так, а тут что? Да, здесь ни хрена.
Hello, Commander.
Так.
Good to see you, Commander.
Челик.
Good to see you, Commander.
Челик, челик, челик. Ну-ка.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up.
Ух ты.
Well, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre. Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry,
Ну, я
Commander.
слышал об этом. Я догадался, что это вы. Мне больше ничего не нужно, ладно. Не за что.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stock for you, Commander.
Редкие товары. Ну-ка, еще за редкие товары. О, да. Это, кстати, действительно редкие товары. Но стоят они... Ха. Это лучшие. 142 тысячи. Вот как без читов, я не знаю, покупать это все. Я не знаю, вот действительно. Вот пистолет у Шепарда. 256,6. 88. Охренеть можно. Лучше пистолет. Хочу себе такой пистолет. Или шотган тот же самый. О, дробовик. 320. А, у него мощность меньше. 5,2. Ну, 320 все равно в секунду. Офигеть можно. Ой, я же не все посмотрел, чувак. Так, значит, пушки есть. Человек, Роган. Оникс. Да. Биоусилители. 2 штуки Соляриса. Это все дорого пока для меня. Дорого. Все это круто, конечно. Так, где Андерсон-то? Мне вот что интересно. Неужто наверху корабля ждет? Что у нас по заданию? Заложник. Странное сообщение. Так это все в космосе осталось, получается. Неужто больше заданий для цитадели нету?
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Еще кусочек пиццы съесть.
defense technology, and Turian engineering. It shows what we're capable of if we work together.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew.
You always see a few civilians hanging around the academy waiting to speak to an officer about some problem or other.
Quarians aren't too popular with Citadel security. They think we're all beggars and thieves.
I used to have an office here. Spent half my time doing paperwork.
When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards.
You always see a few civilians hanging around the academy waiting to speak to an officer about some problem or other.
Quarians aren't too popular with Citadel security. They think we're all beggars and thieves.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Не, я с Фероса начну.
The colonists on Pharos might still be alive.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
У Андерсона мне надо кое-что узнать. Так. Все, этот свалил.
Yes, Commander.
Так, с вами все в порядке. Разузнать Ферос. Вот, и Бэйнс какой-то. Вот про него мне все что-то говорят. Я так и не понял, кто это, что это. Что за Бэйнс? Так.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Sarah. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge.
Oh.
Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to... Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep...
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Так. Давай про Ферос.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Так, Артемида.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Baines.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military's keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
О, надо Кахоку идти узнать. Человек я встречался.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything. Is there anything else, Commander?
Ну пойдем с Кахоку поговорим. Что за Бэйнс? Я вообще не понимаю, кто он такой, что, для чего. И вообще не помню его. Что когда-либо я как-то с ним пересекался. Или, ну, я имею в виду в прошлых прохождениях давнишних, несколько лет там назад. Так, ну все, с этим мы поговорили. Все.
I should go.
Ну пойдем.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Так, кодекс новый, что там?
In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skillian Verd. There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy.
Так, найдите Ляру Соня, Тауэр Темида, Наверия, Ферус вначале. Ферус, потом Наверия, потом уже за Лярой Сони пойдем. Но это все в космосе. Кроме этого вот фаната. Так. А здесь нету такси? Нету. О, наконец-то появились эти штуки. О, реактивные двигатели, пожалуйста. Оп, изучил. Появились, значит они... Корпус Нормандии. Изучил. Что, только все? О, и здесь есть вооружение. Оп. Так.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect. A mass accelerator propels a solid metal slug using precise.
Много написано. Так. Кстати, а как менять отряд вообще? На корабле, наверное. Так, ну
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial...
Это мы все уже читали. Так, что мне надо? А, правильно, мне надо такси. Президиум. Башня цитадели. Сейчас с Кахоку поговорим. Так, башня цитадели. Посмотрим, что он мне насчет
No, I'm waiting to speak.
скажет.
Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel.
The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them. Please, Shepard, I'm counting on you.
И все?
Commander, any luck finding my recon
Подожди, я
group?
немножко не понял.
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like
Хотелось
to.
бы знать больше.
One of my crews
Один
found him,
член
frozen stiff on board a derelict
замерз
vessel.
на борту,
The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them. Please,
А
Shepard,
может он не
I'm
мертв?
counting on you.
Окей. Бэйнс. Что за чертов Бэйнс?
Years ago, the Geth drove my people into exile. We asked the Council to wipe the synthetics out, but they ignored our pleas.
Maybe if they'd listened, we wouldn't be here now. Not too many people have free access to the tower. Even less get permission to meet the Council.
We've tried to create organic environments back on the flotilla, but we lack the space for anything as grand as this.
Not too many people have free access to the tower. Even less get permission to meet the Council.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
Так, а чё я? Давай таксо. Я бы с Удиной еще поговорил, мне интересно с ним поболтать. Так, президиум. Посольство. Так, секундочку. Проверим кое-что.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Saphiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassy.
You seem to be
The
distracted.
embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, have a pleasant day.
О, Андерсон уже здесь. А где Удина?
Yes, Commander?
Кахоко.
Where can I find Admiral Kahoku?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Bane's death.
Baines.
Is there anything else, Commander?
Так, ну это я все посмотрел.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Где этот-то будет у нас? Ладно, летим уже. Нас же ничего здесь не держит. Так, и для этого надо вот еще в инвентарь зайти и проверить все. Это, кстати, надо продать. Дробовик. А, я знаю, кому мы все продадим. У нас же интендант есть? Есть. Так, так, все. СБЦ нам нужно, да? Супернова. Клиника. Пора на свой корабль уже. И путешествовать начать.
The Quarians endangered the entire galaxy when they let the Geth break free. I hope your people are properly contrite, Tally.
As the Turians are properly contrite for releasing the genophage upon the Krogan.
You're assuming that sterilizing them was a mistake.
Прикольно. Так, все, идем на корабль.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Теперь будем делать, по-моему.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Помощи ждать неоткуда.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
О, можно по кораблю походить, поизучать его. Такой, блядь, мы сейчас, наверное, с цитадели улетим, да? Так, мы не можем проиграть, Сарна не спрячется от нас, идем правильно только начало. Сарна будет готов встречать.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Но и мы будем наготове, все рассчитывают на нас.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Забудьте об Андерсоне.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Так, мы еще не полетели же никуда. Герой 4, отлично, отряд. Прокачалась шкала, это хорошо. Так. Ну-ка, о. Посмотрите в иллюминатор. Кодекс. Что там? ССД, внешний вид. Сверхсветовой денег. Двигатель. Не, корабль еще на приколе.
Commander, something you need?
Поговорить, доложите о состоянии корабля, просто хочу поговорить.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Какой болезнь вы заразна?
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
А если бы я выбрал другое что-нибудь?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in
Of
your
course you
hand.
do. They classify my case as 100 years ago I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I have to go.
Так.
See you.
Джокера раскрыли немножко.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel.
Покинуть Нормандию. О, да, теперь я могу управлять кораблем. Так, ну чё, штурман, просто что скажешь?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on your ship, though.
Ах ты ксенофоб. Так.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
Точно.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you
I
have a
trust you,
problem.
Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Блять. Ты сохранился, отступника получил, блять. А я не должен отступника получить. Я надеюсь, я сохранился перед разговором с ним. Молодец.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same
With all
team.
due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely,
It's
Presley.
not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of
Some people
our-
think asking for
I
help
guess
is-
so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander.
Speak
This-
freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
How did you end up assigned
I
to
signed
the
up...
Normandy?
We, of course, the only reason the colony was still...
How'd you end
I
up
got
on
my
the-
officer's commission after Elysium.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Герой плюс 2. 26, отлично. Так, теперь капитанская каюта моя. Руководство для личного состава. Что там опять такое?
The North.
Так, хорошо. Ну, Кайден, в этот раз ты со мной будешь разговаривать?
Anything you need, Commander?
Yeah.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's
I've
at.
wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have
What's
time
your opinion on
I
the
don't
last
see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden. And we were on the scene faster than any other
We'll talk
Alliance
another time.
Commander.
Какой-то типа как психолог, что ли, оценщик. О. Спальная капсула. А, это спальная капсула. А, не стазисная. Так, я думаю, надо спать уже ложиться. Что-то подрубает меня. Оползаем сейчас, короче, корабль. О. Чакос.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Личная лодка, наверное.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. I wanted to travel the stars, tending... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the...
Ever think you made the wrong
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because... Well, most biotics now use the elf...
What kind of company?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
сколько у меня получается? Рекс, Эшли здесь, Гарус. Они все почти внизу. Ну давай поболтаем с Рексом.
Nice ship you got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Отличный вопрос.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Спросите Кварианку. Хотя вы коротко не будьте сволочи нужен.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure we're too spread out. None of us are, but so we leave. Hire ourselves out.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Кстати, мы потом найдем в другой части Крогана ученого.
Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Так, вот нам рассказал немного. Где на фаге?
Commander?
Что думаете о миссии? Так.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I don't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense. I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there. No offense. I appreciate the rescue. I just... Yes, if I had been more alert, we wouldn't... Sir, they have... I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Sir.
Понятно. Там все плохо, короче. Так, а Мака пока ничего нельзя узнать.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Вы знали?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
О! Пожалуйста.
The Normandy, the Mako infantry fighting vehicle, was designed for the system.
Commander, good to see you. Commander, how are you?
Так. А сколько у нас народу-то? Талия будет у корабля. Рекс здесь поговорил. Гарус поговорил. Кайден, а он наверху был, я поговорил. Эшли здесь. Значит, что у нас осталось? Правильно. О, меня уже рубит конкретно. Надо завершать.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains... It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't. It's not like they just cast us out. We also by the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
The Normandy is a prototype. The Mako. The Asari.
Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Так, ладненько. Все, сдаюсь, меня уже прямо рубит. Несколько раз уже чуть ли не вырубил, чуть со стула не упал. Завтра продолжим, точнее сегодня уже, а сейчас спать. Всем спасибо за просмотр, подписываемся, лайчики ставим. До новых встреч. Я надеюсь, уже скоро начнется веселье, и с этой мы улетим с станции этой дурацкой. Ладно, все. Доброй ночи.